Good day, Tragic here, and welcome to Trek Night. This is turn 1. We've already done our initial setup, so let's get straight into this. It is Cisco is our first player. Okay, so new setup. Had a break for a while, completely forgotten how to make videos, and I recorded in 720p. So starting next video, it's going to be back up to 1080p. And he had a pretty horrible move. We can use one additional die from the source, and we can gain a die of pretty much any token. So that's not too bad. So he is going to go off this little totem pole, come down here, and go 2 spaces into that spot there. Let's just move all these guys out of the way just so we can see a little clearer. Let's try and get some camera saves to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to set this to 30 so I can just position the ship a little. So that's 2 to move into that space. Okay, so it's 2 to move into a blank space. And we're just going to spend 2 to do that. Now, one of the unusual things about this game, which is very, very different from the last game, is that you no longer need to move into zones to attack. You do all your attacking from adjacency, which means even though I've only moved 2, I can now attack this place if I wish. And considering I haven't used anything yet, and I can produce quite a lot of mana, I think. If I can get research to trigger would be really great, but I can produce 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can produce 7 damage. It's not actually a huge amount, is it? Is that really enough? If Lursa didn't take that blue die, it'd be a lot easier for us. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's do it. Yablam! Okay, beautiful. We can do it. This is the new token. Now, they've simplified the way resistances work in this game quite a bit. Basically, it's always full damage unless the colors match. That's the easiest way to explain it without having to do all the explaining. So this guy is shooting blue laser 5, and he's defending at 6 blue, which means if we're attacking with blue, it's halved. If we are defending with blue, it's halved. Everything else is full. So, first thing, we need to take 5 damage. And damage works exactly the same way as before. Kind of. I'll get to that in a sec. And what I mean by that is we only need to produce 4, 5, 6 damage. So that's 4. Yeah, so we need to do all of this for the damage. Okay, so the way damage works is exactly the same. Note we start with 2 armor instead of 3. So you divide it and halve it and all that kind of stuff, okay? So this guy's attacking with 5. We have 2 armor. That means we take 3 wounds. Spaceship wounds, okay? Now, the thing is, in this game, in this particular version of the game, you can partially block, which means I could discard this sideways as a block, right? And that would give us an attack of 4 because we've blocked 1, okay? And then that would save us a whole damage because now he's only attacking with 4, and 2 divided by 4 is 2. So by just discarding 1 card, we've reduced our wounds by 1, so that's what we're going to do. So this guy attacks, he's got no paralyze or anything. We discard this guy to reduce the attack to 4, then we get 2 wounds. Oh, beg your pardon. Then, sorry about that, we are going to take a yellow and a red. We're going to go 4 attack on the yellow. We then play Insight. which allows us to use an additional die, and then we play red, and that is 4, 5, 6, 7, and he has 6 armor, which means he is dead. Bam. And that, my friends, is the end of the very first thing. We lose a reputation, and then we gain 5 reputation. You blam. Which means we have leveled up. Okay. You blonk. Now, before we level up, you'll note that we have taken out a Romulan ship or whatever, which means we gain as our winning thing a undiscovered card. Okay, so we get to pick one of these suckers. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Data virus. Steal 1 data crystal of your choice from another player. Draw 3 cards. Each other player must discard 1 card of his choice from his hand. Okay, that's pretty damn cool, especially because we're playing competitive. We are playing a team game, and in team games, these will affect our teammates. The first top one won't. So that basically means that we can swap any yellow for any other type. It's not really that cool, is it? Okay, what have we got here? Advanced range. During the long range attack, double all your long range attack values. Wow, that's amazing. Superior range. Same as the basic except during the... Oh, wow, that is just crazy. Energy flow. Ready 1 crew member. If you do, you may spend 1 crew member of level 2 or less in each other ship's crew area. If you do, that crew member is also healed, and you may spend 1 crew member of level 3 or less in each other ship's crew area. Wow, so what? That's another... Not quite sure exactly what that means. If you do, you may spend 1 crew member. Does that mean I can exhaust crew members in other people's crews? I think that's what it means. That's another really nasty card. So I can actually disable other crew members. So I can ready a crew member, and you may spend 1 crew member of level 2 or less in each ship's crew area. Well, this one is extremely strong, and I know how it works. I have a feeling this is actually really good. I'm pretty sure what this means is that I can ready one of my crew, and I can exhaust crew members on other people's ships. I'm pretty sure that's what energy flow means, and I think that's extremely strong. But I'm going to take advanced range regardless. You blam. Okay, let's just... oops, what am I doing? Let's group all these things up. Discard. And also we get to level up. So I'm just going to give this a quick shuffle. Okay, wow. Tactics. Choose 1 enemy token. It gains -1 defense for each resistance it has to a minimum of 1. That's pretty boss. And this one's also extremely good. It's just raw +2 attack. I mean, that is fantastic. You know, you're always just a little short on attack. I'm going to take this one. I do really like this resistance one, though. And this goes into the communal area. And I also get to take one of these suckers. Oh, look. We took the long range attack spell, and now we have a long range attack tactic that kind of combos together. So let's do that. And that be that. Draw to 5. Take our control marker. And we get a free movement in. Okie dokie. Now it is Lursa's turn. Okay, save a camera there. Right, so what has she got? She's got insight, and she's also got her really awesome version of concentration, explore, hailing frequencies. Okay. So she doesn't really have a lot. She's got no movement. What's going on here? No movement? That's not very cool. We've got this movement. Okay. So I think she's just going to move to here. Yeah, so she's just going to move straight to here. And that will grant her a token. And she is going to... I don't want to use her die. So I'm just going to go 1, 2... no, I have to use it. Yeah, so I'm going to use her die. So that's her 4 movement. And that's going to move her there. Okay, so that's her turn. It's not a particularly good turn for her at all. Rolled another black. That's no good. Okay, now we have Martog. Okay. He's got attack, diplomacy. He's got 1 move and another move and an additional die. So he might be able to do some action. I've only got reds and yellows. So what he would like to do is... So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it's 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I go that, there is actually a question mark. And we're going to use Intimidate with it. That gives us 5 move. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now he is here. He has the choice of attacking this guy. He only needs to do, what? 4 damage, 3 defense. He can definitely do that, can't he? Not quite. That's kind of annoying. Let's just grab this guy. So, 4 attack, 3 defense. So, just like Mage Knight, I can't boost a long range attack by playing a card sideways. So, I guess I am going to do this. You may use an additional die from the source with this one. And we're going to take the yellow. That's attack 4. That's enough to kill him. And we're also going to discard this one sideways to reduce his attack from 3 to 2, which means we take 1 wound in hand. And that is the end of that guy. Okay, so he gets 2, but he also gets a reputation bonus. And that be that. Yablam. And finally, we have the good Captain Picard, everybody's favorite. Who can hate on the Picard man? Nobody. He is the best. He's got a huge big hand. What have we got here? We've got white, which is excellent. That's an all color. There's not a lot left for him to do. Kind of want to get away from the Klingons. If he can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and attack that, that would be perfect. Now we are playing team mode, so he can actually enter the starship base here and buy things, I'm fairly certain. Okay, this is really weird. The team rules specifically say you can move into Romulan star bases, but it does not mention Dominion star bases at all. Which is like, that's got to be an oversight, right? Well, it's not in the rules, I guess. I'll check that, but for now we won't do it. I was going to just move in and buy a spell. So instead, we're just going to move here. And we need 4 movement for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what have we got? Tons of attack. We've got tons and tons and tons of attack. Okay, so no, we don't. We don't actually have as much attack as I thought. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 attack. I wonder if that's enough. I want to keep this diplomacy for buying units next turn. What have you got? Units rise. Duras is available. Geordie LaForge, you need a M-class planet. Okay. Okay, so we've got Toreth and Tomalok. Tomalok. Go Jafar. None of them really go well with Picard, though, because Picard's kind of our diplomatic guy. Still, Photon Posters, he's pretty damn awesome. Look at that grin. God damn you. Damn you, Ducat. Yeah, I think she's pretty good. 3 shields. I mean, that's huge, especially with blocking partial damage. So, we can produce 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, 7, 8, 9 damage if we need. I think that's going to be enough. So we are going to attack for our action. Yablam. Oh, 7 damage just. And it's only 3 attack. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So we kill him and we take 2 wounds in hand. I'm actually going to leave. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to discard 1. That's going to get rid of 1 of those wounds. So we're reducing his attack to 2. And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we get 1 wound in hand. And we've still got our awesome diplomacy thing here for our recruiting next turn. And that is going to be his turn. Yablam. Okay, so he gets 3. And he goes down 1. Sweet. Now, he has conquered a starbase, which means his hand size is increased by 1. Okay. But, of course, he did level up. So, what have you got for us? Gain 1 blue crystal and long-range photon attack. Nice. Nice big movement. Chunky movement. The move cost of empty space is reduced by 1. Okay. I think gain... This is basically the same as, like, you know, those, you know, fireball and that green fireball thing. Gain a crystal or do a +3 attack. So I think I'm actually going to take this because I feel that with only having 3 types of mana, I think mana generation is going to be a real big deal. But then again, movement, can't go wrong with movement, can you? I'm going to take full impulse. Okay, Yablam. And you have also leveled up. Okay, so we have target lock, attack 2, long range attack 1, or we have leadership. When activating a crew member, add +3 to shields and +2 to its attacks, or +1 to its long... Okay, we're taking this because our goal with him is to basically use his awesome diplomacy skills, because you get experience and reputation for using diplomacy with Picard. So we're going to try and fill this up. So that's going to be very, very strong, I think. And you blam. And then we draw to 6, because we have +1 from our conquered Romulan base. Now, because we're playing team rules, if Cisco is ever next to a Romulan base, he also gets plus hand draw, but he only gets whatever's his personal Romulan conquered amount is. So at the moment, he'd get none, because he hasn't conquered any Romulan bases. Okay, well, that is it. That is the end of turn 1 of Trek Night. And it's looking pretty good. Lursa seemed to have a pretty weak turn, but everyone else seemed to be doing pretty well. Took a little more damage than we really wanted. But them's the breaks, my friends. I will see you guys next time.